Chapter 9, Quality Management for Organizational Excellence. Introduction to Total Quality. Chapter 9, we're going to talk about leadership and change. Some of the topics that you're going to read about in Chapter 9, you're going to learn about leadership defined, leadership for quality, are leadership skills inherited or learned, leadership, motivation, and inspiration. You're going to learn about leadership styles in the quality setting, building and maintaining a following, leadership versus management, leadership and ethics, leadership and change, employees and managers on change, restructuring and change, how to lead change, lessons from distinguished leaders, and servant leadership and stewardship. Finally, we'll talk about negative influences on leaders and how to counter negative leaders. So, how do you define leadership? Leadership is the ability to inspire people to make a total willing and voluntary commitment to accomplishing or exceeding organizational goals. Better yet, my first boss taught me a valuable lesson about leadership and a valuable definition about leadership. Good leaders never have to tell people that they're in charge. Good leaders are people that naturally want to be followed. So remember that about leadership. No matter what you think leadership is, it's not telling people over and over again that you're in charge. It's leading by example, it's inspiring others, and it's about getting the best out of people and working with people. That's what true leadership is. Good leaders overcome resistance to change, broker the needs of constituent groups inside and outside the organization, and establish an ethical framework. Good leaders are committed to both the job to be done and the people who must do it. They're good communicators and they're very persuasive. Leaders should learn how to follow first and then lead. Sometimes leaders learn by bad leadership, right? Meaning that people learn from people being bad leaders and are convinced this is not how to do things. Sometimes bad experiences can lead to learning how to be a good leader. The key elements of leadership for quality are customer focus, obsession with quality, recognition of the structure of work, freedom through control, unity of purpose, looking for faults in systems, teamwork, continuing education and training, and an emphasis on best practices and peak performance. It's important as far as focusing on customers, obsession with quality, because delivering, good, solid services to customers are important. But not only that, it's important of trying to establish freedom through control and a unity of purpose within your organization. So good leadership is very hard to put into words, but sometimes you know it when you see it. Some common leadership styles include the following: democratic, getting the opinions of various people to help make decisions; participative, goal-oriented, and situational. The appropriate leadership style can differ, and it can take, in quality setting, is participative taken to a higher level. Leadership characteristics that build and maintain fellowship are a sense of purpose, self-discipline, honesty, credibility, common sense, stamina, steadfastness, and commitment. Leaders can build trust by applying the following strategies: taking the blame and sharing the credit. You ever hear a leader say, "Blame starts with me, and the praise begins or ends with you"? It's an important aspect of leadership. Pitching and helping, being consistent, and being equitable are also important qualities in leadership. To facilitate change in a positive way, leaders must have a clear vision and corresponding goals, exhibit a strong sense of responsibility, be effective communicators, have a high level of energy, and have the will to change. When restructuring, organizations should show that they care, let employees vent, communicate, provide outplacement services, be honest and fair, provide change agents, have a clear vision, offer incentives, and train. The change facilitation model contains the following steps: developing a compelling change picture, communicating the change picture to all stakeholders, conducting a comprehensive roadblock analysis, removing or mitigating roadblocks, communicating, implementing, and incorporating change, implementing the change, and monitoring and adjusting. Servant leadership and stewardship go beyond employee empowerment to employee autonomy and seek to create an environment in which employees outperform the spirit of ownership and commitment. Leaders can counter negative influences of followers by keeping vision and values uppermost in their minds, looking for disagreement among the advisors, encouraging truth telling, and setting the right example, following their intuition, and monitoring their delegated work. Please read Chapter 9 and complete the assignment.